Jean instantly stood up and protested, asking the head maid for an explanation of this decision. The head maid discloses that the tea party a few days ago was a test to see their abilities. She then asks if they all clearly know who stood out the most that day. She says she won't accept any more questions and tells Siana to go to the Ruby Palace once the sun is up tomorrow. By the way, if you haven't watched the previous episodes yet, please be sure to catch up on those first. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. There, she will be serving Princess Eris. The head maid then leaves without saying another word. Siana knew everyone dreamed of becoming an official maid. She joined the latest, but is the only one who got acknowledged. She wanted to stay low, but her plans were ruined now. And she's certain that in this situation, everyone will turn against her. She sighs, knowing she will have to get used to all the hate she will receive from now on. However, the other apprentices start clapping and congratulating her. They confess that, though they are a bit upset, they are happy for her. Siana smiles sincerely and thanks them. She had forgotten for a moment that these people were different from the ones she knew before. She promises to treat them all to a meal once she gets her first paycheck. They get interrupted by an angry Jean, who asks if they all have gone crazy and how it doesn't make sense for someone with unclear birth and identity to be an official maid before her. Her concerns aren't well received, especially by Choo-Choo, who debunks her. Jean tearfully blackmails them about how she will go tell her dad about them. She then leaves while the maids get back to eating the leftover food. As Siana later lay in bed, she tried getting used to the feeling of becoming an official maid of the Empire. This is much better than when she was a princess. It's exhausting, but she really enjoys it. Suddenly, Choo-Choo enters her room and shows her a congratulatory gift she has for her for being an official maid, hoping Siana will like it. Choo-Choo pins it to her hair, telling her not to feel inferior when she goes. Siana feels touched. She knows Choo-Choo doesn't get paid much for an apprentice maid, but she still gives her the hairpin, probably using her savings. She could tell even without saying anything, as if someone were squeezing her heart. Seeing Siana cry, Choo-Choo worriedly asks if she doesn't like it, explaining how she told the seller to pick the prettiest one. Siana instantly hugs Choo-Choo and sincerely thanks her. Choo-Choo smiles fondly, saying it is what friends do. Choo-Choo's heart is warm, which makes Siana think there will only be good things happening in the future. On the other hand, the head maid wonders why Princess Eris requires another maid when she already has her own exclusive maid. The former exclusive maid reveals she quit because she couldn't stand it and how doing petty jobs is much better. It is because the maid who can serve the princess doesn't exist, at least not in the Empire. The next morning, Siana gets ready to start her day as the official maid of the Empire, being optimistic that she will only walk on the flowery path from now on. She makes her way to the Ruby Palace and is surprised to learn from another maid how the other maids ran away, and if she had the chance to do it, she would as well a long time ago. Siana asks if the princess is very picky. The maid reveals that she's not picky, but is the most vicious devil in the Empire. The emperor fell in love at first sight with a dancer, Rosemary. He gave her a small palace with a small garden connected to it as a dowry, the Ruby Palace. The daughter of Rosemary, the 7th princess of the Empire, lives there. Siana is flabbergasted to see the shady-looking palace and makes her way doubtfully. The other maid knocks on the princess's room door, and the princess tells them to enter. Siana wonders if the princess is being given this sort of treatment since she's a child with low blood. As soon as they enter, a spider greets them, causing the other maid to faint in terror. To be able to grow up pretty and strong in such an environment is something that Siana has seen happen only in fairy tales. The princess frowns, asking Siana why she has not reacted. Siana apologizes, saying she was surprised and will show her the reaction she wants right now. Eris becomes confused as Siana takes a deep breath and becomes frightened. She then introduces herself as the new maid and smiles, making Eris wonder why she isn't scared. She runs away, calling her no fun. She then tells her to go out right now, as she doesn't like having maids. As Siana walks out of the room with the other maid, she wonders what just happened. The other maid soon wakes up and expresses her gratitude for Siana being appointed as a maid. She reveals how she's all free thanks to her, as she always wanted to escape this horrible place. She then leaves, telling her to take care of the princess and just do the other things when she feels like it must be done, as there's only her and that devilish kid here anyway. Despite being nervous, Sienna is determined to do her job. She focuses on cleaning what she can for now, and the result is indeed rewarding for her. Eris remarks that she's doing useless things. Hearing her voice, Sienna approaches her and bows, asking if there is anything she wants her to do for her. She tells her not to act all nice. She was annoyed to see Sienna treating her like a real princess, as no one had ever done that to her. She yells that she will leave her in the end too, once she sees a chance. In the meantime, Saul wonders why Khalid sent Sienna to the Ruby Palace of all places, but he knows it is better than bringing her here. Khalid smiles as he thinks about how cute Sienna's smile is. He knows the Ruby Palace is nearby and hopes to meet her soon. And thus, this chapter draws to a close. Stay tuned to discover what unfolds next in the story. In the meantime, why not explore my other videos? Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more captivating stories. Your support means the world to me.